There's two. Like 62% of the way done with this fucking. Oh, woo woo. It's been a fun one. Now, I'm sure that the music is coming through, and I'll be demonetized again. What do you think, Al? I don't know how he just gets something on his nose. I think there might be some illicit substances that he's partaking in, and I am not looking. But I mean, he has such an innocent face. Why is it like, I've never had the screen go black like that before. I've got a sneaking suspicion. Okay, never mind then. I stand corrected.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their base. Let's go.
Now I know what you're thinking. One, I gotta get my X-ray ready. Wow, I have like no lag, or no fucking connection. Lag is, man, I love how the graphics, you know, they're simple, but it's the little things, you know? Like when you look, actual fucking paint tracks. And when the sun catches, I mean, that's just, it's lovely. I think it's neat now. Yeah, water looks good. So, who used to play the Warcraft 4? Warcraft. I loved that game so much. You know, I got it launch day. Launch week, because it took, you know, back then it launched, but it's not available in every store and it takes forever to get going. But yeah, I had the I got the fucking thing for being there from launch. Come on.
Ready to fire on target.
Man, I'm like,
That's it.
can't even get a shot off. That's just awful. Anyways, I didn't have any experience with online games. I barely had any experience with PC games like that. I mean, the WASD is common sense now, it's just natural. Fucking console games give me trouble because I'm so used to WASD. But then, the only game I'd really played, if it wasn't like a real-time strategies. Really, I mean, I had Lords of the Realm and Warcraft stuff. Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot. And it was an amazing experience. It just fascinated me to be able to sit down with friends and play a video game. I made friends, some that I'm still friends with today after a decade from World of Warcraft. It's silly, strange, but it's the truth. Now, I believe I'm going to go with the Chaffee. I do. And I know that seems weird, but see, the M7 is going to lead into nothing special that is majorly different from the route of the Chaffee. Now, this is where I'm at now. I love the Sherman. It's my favorite. And I imagine I'm going to keep it forever. I don't see myself really... I mean, yeah, I'm going to upgrade, but I'm going to keep the Sherman. So as I upgrade, I'll get a Pershing, then I'll get the Patton. And that's where I finish out at. Patton's fucking perfect. But I do want to go down the heavy route. So I need the T1 heavy. Now I know I can take the Sherman and just go and get two with the Sherman, which is reasonable, but I like the M6. I don't think there's any other American tanks that I'm gonna like hold on to. Like the Sheridan, whatever. Now, the other tanks that I like, the fucking Matilda, man. It is the slowest, fucking most painful motherfucker, but it's hard to kill. Churchill, I'm sorry, I don't like the Churchill. Badass name, named after a badass person, but no. Challenger is cool. Wow, they've turned the cruise. Okay, I see that now. Challenger's cool. It's really, I mean, I don't see a need to go past the Comet, to be honest. And I like the Cromwell some. This might be the only one where I actually go with the Tank Destroyer. Maybe. I like the AT-7, but probably not. Black Prince is fine. Conqueror is okay. Fucking Russia, man. I mean, they just don't have much. I don't know. Germany's got some pretty good tanks, but I don't know. Alright, I'm done with the Stuart for today. So it's going to be English tanks today. I would be very much interested in a game like this that had planes. I know the combat, it might be much different. I don't see how it could be as good PvP wise, player versus player. I would see it more along the lines of racing to an objective as opposed to dogfighting. Could be wrong though. Fucking flag. But now it's doing good. Oh wow, they zerged. I mean, they blitzed.
They spotted us.
Well, yeah, that happens when you shoot at people.
Target locked. That's good. One of our tracks is damaged. Dropping target. The engine is cutting out.
Who the fuck is shooting at me? I mean, clearly the enemy, but...
Locked on.
Ah.
We lost an ally.
I do
Enemy
enjoy
right
this.
at us.
Yes, I'm aware.
Target locked.
Got him! Uh-uh.
Down. Reloaded. They're trying to capture our base.
Oh, I'm trying to make my way there. Fucking engine's fucked. Track is fucked. Plus, I'm not gonna be able to do much. You know, I have a brother that did models. Yeah, I'm in this area, fucker. And I always thought it was badass. And while I appreciate the beauty of cars, I'm not a car person.
Great job, man.
Boom. Now, tanks. I love me some fucking tanks. What I'd like to do is, once I stop being homeless, I would like to, nice. And I got the daily bonus. Woo woo. What I'd like to do is start doing model tanks. And I'd throw in, just in general military vehicles. I would probably stick with United States Army. And the UK. And yeah. I think that would be cool. World War II era really is just awesome. 58 more points needed. Woo. Boom. So I can upgrade the cannon. That shit was free. Woo. Alright. 15,000 for the Crusader. I know that gives me a little bump. Well, I mean, I'm gonna fucking get that upgrade because you gotta get all the upgrades. Man, that Sherman looks fucking awesome though. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? Alright. So this is the bullshit I gotta deal with, right? I need 14,000. Fuck. So I need another 12,500. Yeah. Yep. So I'm gonna do the Lee, then the medium, then the Lee, then the Covenanter. God, do I hate it. I don't want to get rid of it. Because then I can do fucking nation by nation. Now this game back in the day was America, England, Deutschland, and Ruski. I don't know why I said England. Oh yeah, it's a joke from the second season of The Real World. Yeah, it's like there's a faulty tower gag that fucking is locked in here and pops out at the weirdest times. Well, anyways, now they went and they added, because Japan only had like 2 tanks. You had 2 paths you could go, light, and eventually, after like 7 or 8 levels of light, you could go to a medium tank. And Germany had the most variety, but there was no one country was better than the other tank-wise. Germany had more variety. The UK had more fast tanks. The US had more well-rounded tanks, and Russia had more heavy tanks. But it was very balanced. Then they added a French tank. That was like the first big expansion that I was witness to. And they added like actual more Japanese tanks. But yeah, I would love to do models. Now what I would do is I'd get a table. like a big ass fucking table. It might not even be a table, I might just make something like that, but and put in terrain. Make it look like, you know, an environment. Actually, I can do smaller ones. Yeah. But, and put these vehicles up there. You know, and, like, set them up. I think it would be nice. It would be fun. It would be relaxing. Like, I tried bonsai trees to relax and lower my stress, and that was great. But they were taken away from me by an evil fucking wench.
Enemies looking right at us. Reloaded.
Ah, shot blood. Oh, wow.
Everyone out.
That fucker caught the fuel tank. Good hit. But yeah, that would be fantastic, you know? Like, get a Bradley. Bradleys are awesome. I hate them because anyone that's been on them will fucking hate them because they only throw tracks when it's pissing down rain. And yeah, they only do it when it's pissing rain or super fucking cold. Like, it's never on a nice spring fucking great weather, fucking a cool breeze. No, it's fucking 8 degrees, so it throws a track. Or it's 175 fucking degrees, and then it throws a track. Or there's fucking 11 feet of snow, then it will throw a track. I mean, they're awesome. Fucking 240 Charlies are the perfect weapon for a fucking Bradley. Because they're awesome, but they're a pain in the fucking ass at the worst possible opportunities. Yeah. But I should do that. Do a striker. M1126. So you get the recon package, not the stupid infantry version. I may have that backwards. M1127 recon package. Either way. You know, that way I can put little LRAS on top. And helicopters are cool. I fucking love helicopters. I could do some helicopters. Like, I've gotten to fly in an Apache. I did not fly the Apache. So let's not get that out of fucking context there. But no, I got to ride in an Apache. I've spent a lot of time in Blackhawks. Blackhawks are pretty cool. I got some video on my Instagram of fucking around flying in a Blackhawk somewhere. Kiowa, never been inside one, never even physically touched one. But I have watched them reach out and touch some people. Fucking, they're not cool looking, alright? The Apache looks awesome. But those Kiowas are fucking quick. And, they definitely put a hurting on people.
We've got enemies in the area.
I would definitely enjoy good models. And I know a lot of people do model ships. Not quite my thing, but model planes, I can get behind that. I can build some fucking hangars and stuff. And it'd probably go better than my fucking knitting is going, because I am not good at knitting. Lag. It's like I see them, I turn, I try to get a shot off, and the fucking thing is... I don't know who got that one. I don't care. The fucker's dead. I believe that one was me, though. I don't know. What are some cool hobbies that you guys have? Or some really fucking lame hobbies? Living in Europe back in the 80s. I went through a phase where I was collecting stamps. Now, it was pretty cool, to be honest, because this was Europe, so, you know, you get Hungarian stamps, and fucking Czechoslovakia, fucking Albania, East Germany. I think at least 2 of those countries don't exist anymore. But yeah, that was cool. Now I understand stamp collecting is looked at in a weird, dorky way. Mainly because it's weird and dorky, but I like when people collect something, when they, you know, I tend to know a little bit about a lot of different things. Because something I find fascinating is when someone else thinks something is fascinating. I don't know or care about fucking cars. Sure. Like, I like cars. I like the aesthetic, but fucking the difference between a 440 and a, I don't know. Like, you tell me all these things about engines, and I'm just like, I don't know. But you get someone who's passionate about it and can talk to you about something that they find interesting. It makes hearing about it 100 times cooler. And I always thought that's what makes the best teachers. And I don't know. Maybe it was just a thing for my time, my age group, but everyone fucking always thought history was the coolest class. Even though they weren't good at history or really even give a shit about history, right? History tended to get the best history teachers. How the fuck are they there already? How is that? How did A fucking light tank just fucking ended me halfway. That's weird. That's fucking weird. But yeah, it was the fucking history teachers that were so passionate about something, right? And history is something that I get really fucking heated about. Real fucking... I love discussing. Unfortunately, way too often, it seems these days, they are trying to change history to match some ideology. Like, history should be history. Like, slavery happened. Sucks. It's an embarrassing part of American history. Yes. Just as the fact that Americans were against involvement in World War II. Because World War I sucked. Spanish flu, you know, we were really fucking just, no, let's stick to ourselves. And then when stuff about the Jewish people being, we didn't know about the death camps, but being put in prison and being isolated, all these horrible things that were happening, nearly half of Americans said they deserve it. We don't care. I mean, we act like the Nazis were evil anti-Semites and the rest of the world was in favor. No. The United States was pretty anti-Semitic. Russia was even more anti-Semitic. Much of Europe was full of anti-Semitism. The United States was anti-Semitic, but we were some of the least anti-Semitic people, which is why so many Jewish people came to the United States. But we portray it as though we went to help everyone out. No, we didn't. We went to war with Japan because they attacked us. And our government used that as an excuse to go to war in Germany. And people weren't happy about it. They were protesting. Oh, I'm dead. See, they got my track, otherwise I could have backed up and, you know, peppered with them long enough to keep them busy, but whatever. But yeah, hiding that, not discussing that, causes the protests. People protested against the war in Iraq, and people say we went there for spurious reasons. I'm not getting into all that. What I'm saying is, people felt the same way about going to war against Germany. So, while so many people were saying, "Oh, you're anti-American if you oppose the war in Iraq," or people saying, "Oh, if you supported the war in Iraq, you're a warmonger," it's not cut and dry. To the war in Iraq, I mean, there were horrible atrocities happening in Iraq. There were horrible atrocities happening in Germany. We went to Iraq for reasons We went to Germany for reasons. The Nazis never attacked us. Iraq never attacked us. Many, many years from now, will there be a different thought process? Will we look back on the Iraq War much like we do the Korean War? I suspect we will. So many of these issues that we face are just repeats from what happened previously. I think this facial hair makes me look fatter and younger. Maybe it just makes me look jollier and makes me think younger. Maybe that's what makes me think fatter. I don't know. The blue meanie. That's why I'm thinking fat and happy. It reminds me of the blue meanie. At least at this angle and whatnot. Blue meanie is a wrestler from ECW. For people that are unaware. Oh, in my video, in my driving video, I talked about looking like a Fat Man villain with this facial hair. Well, that was Hugo Strange. Now, granted, at this angle, it doesn't look that way, but, you know, it just... I did it in the past, and someone mentioned that, and I don't know, I kind of like it. But yeah, I think history teachers were passionate. And that's what made history class so interesting. Now, this is no hate on math teachers. Great. I am fucking dead. I am so fucking dead. Woo! Yeah, no hate on math teachers, but how the fuck do you get passionate about math? Oh man, Pythagorean. No. Now, I love numbers. I do. I don't know. I'm OCD about some things. But, like, numbers just fucking... Love me some fucking numbers. And I like the way math works. But, math class? Fuck no. Now see, I could and would, maybe should be a math person. But I hate math. With passion. Now I do good on testing, whatnot. And I actually enjoy working out math problems. Yeah. But my issue with the way math is taught in the United States. Now, if you're from another country, or you went to school in another country and learned math and they did it differently, please let me know. But, so here's the math formula, right? A squared times B squared equals C squared. Okay? Got it. Now, we're going to plug the number 5 for A, and plug the number 7 for B, and, right, Okay. So the way you find the area is pi r squared. Okay. Pi is not going to change. So the radius squared. All right. Well, the radius is 7. Okay. The radius is 9. Okay. The radius is 15. All right. So I've done the math problem 11 times, 15 times, 40 times, 50 times. How many fucking times do I have to do the same fucking formula until you think I've got it? Like, I'm not saying just teach us the formula and then say, fucking move on, let's do the next. No, but let's do problems fucking 1 through 300, odd numbers only. And then the next day, you go through it in class. Yeah, we're going to go through 150 problems that use the same formula. Okay, sure. Okay, now, for homework, the even numbers. No. No. Fuck you, no. No, no, and no. Nope. Bullshit. I hate it. English class. Oh, man. First of all, we need to stop with English class. All right. We need literature class. Then we need American grammar class. Split the two. Because, okay, it's English class. We're going to read a book, now you're going to write a paper on how you feel about that. Oh, okay. What are you teaching me? How to understand a novel? Okay, that's reasonable. Being able to understand the meaning behind things. Got it. Writing a paper about how I feel about a book? That's horseshit. It's horseshit and it's stupid. And you're not teaching anyone fucking grammar or how to talk or how to fucking communicate properly. That's dumb. So I propose teach American, not English, American. Different spelling, different pronunciations. It's basically a different language. Sorry, call it a dialect or whatever you want, but there are grammatical differences. So in my opinion, they're different languages. So teach people American English as you would teach it to someone from Japan or France or whatnot. Obviously without the other language. So teach us how to conjugate verbs. Teach us the meaning of words and the pronunciation of words. Okay? And teaching us how to write, I think that's important. Being able to put your thoughts into words and communicate in a way that is understandable, intelligent, and useful. But I don't imagine I'm ever going to need to explain why I like a book or a movie, or write I'm about to die, but I'm fucking immobile. So, Hello, Mr. Jackson. I need you to tell me a story about when you had your pinky toe and your right foot removed in Schweinfurt, Germany. And be sure to write humorous details about the antiseptic. No, probably not. How about I need you to explain why we should not charge you your cell phone bill for the month of February. Well, because the towers were down. Because I went 17 days with no cell phone service and being able to communicate that in a necessary way. Why should we hire you for this job? Why do you think you should not be forced to pay a fine? Shit that might come in useful in real life. You would be utilizing the same basic skills of expressing your thoughts, using proper grammar, only you'd be using it in a clearly much more obvious way to benefit. Alright, let's see what medium's got to upgrade. Oh, I'm getting close. To Matilda. Fucking Matilda. She's a tough old rod, but she's slow as fuck. But yeah, that's how you should teach English. And let's bring back civics, please. Can we please bring back civics? You know, maybe instead of school being all about checking blocks, and why is the #1 goal of high school to prepare one for college?
Do you have any saline?
Saline?
Yeah, wound cleaner. Yeah, I'll just use a little.
I might have an IV bag. I have an IV bag in my medic bag,
I'll just use
but
a
it's
little
probably
soapy
expired.
water.
Need some alcohol?
Hell no. So.
You can say I got some rum.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their
I'm
base. Let's
drinking
go.
today, I hope.
No, not a whole lot.
Michael wasn't home. I was trying to scoop that heater, hot water heater out on myself.
Yeah.
Cord flew up, hit my hand. Luckily, I didn't break it.
Never there when you need them, huh? I'm sorry. My uncle had a stroke. Terrible. And his hot water heater's out.
Ready to fire on target. You lost an ally. Enemies got us in their sights. Locked and loaded.
about to... Oh, shit, I'm dead. Ah. But yes, I believe civics needs to be brought back. Now, I know it's been done over and over and over. Talking about, what the monkey fuck? Huh. Cool, I guess. Whew. Long way to go for the Crusader. Man, that Matilda's getting close, though. Now, I know it's been said over and over and over and over again. And it's almost a meme at this point about fucking snowflakes and SJWs. But it's not just them. Now, I definitely lean towards the liberal, small government, libertarian ideology. Like, I think always err on the side of freedom. I'm a big fan of the Constitution. Here's the controversial thing. I really think the first 10 amendments to the Constitution cover any problem in life. Now, I know you've got the 13th Amendment, which was abolishing slaves, letting black people vote, treating all males, equally, kind of. That entire fucking direction of, yeah. But that should already be covered. I mean, that's covered in the first 10 amendments, right? I guess I would just have the statement to precede the first 10 amendments, the Bill of Rights, that all adult citizens in this country, regardless of religion, race, orientation, all have the same rights. And boom. With that, I believe, and gender as well, obviously. With that, I think the first 10 amendments covers everything. Hard to think of what it doesn't. But okay, some little girl wasn't even arrested, she was detained in Cincinnati. Which, her fault. I am streaming. Mom walked in. Are you naked? No, I'm streaming.
Take them down and capture their base.
Yeah, I really need to go out and get more medical supplies. Because I don't have any saline to get my IV packs. Yeah, Mom covered it pretty decent. Overall, that's not. Oh yeah, so this little girl gets detained and she's like, panic attack. I remember the first time I was arrested, I was nervous. I felt nauseous, sick to my stomach. And, yeah. But, the difference is, They recorded it and posted it to the interwebs with like, this fascist police went abusing my sister, wouldn't even let her have blah blah blah. She was having a panic attack. Yeah, fuck off.
They've spotted us.
You're a child pretending to be an adult. You don't know how the world works. Now, that being said, I don't believe the girl deserves to be fucking mocked mercilessly or called names. I think she should be made fun of and be taught by people that you're a little kid. That's what happens when you get arrested. Protesters get arrested. That's what protesting is about.
Enemies looking right at us. Looks like that one went right through. Enemy is toast.
I mean, Danny Glover gets arrested all the damn time for sit-ins and whatnot. And generally, you're not in prison. It's a turnkey, but the whole point is they take you out of the situation and then release you to your parents or a friend. You gotta have someone come pick you up. And that's how they break up protests. If you don't want to be arrested, you got to get a permit. But how many people don't know how to vote? How many people don't know why there's an electoral college? How many people don't understand how our government is set up? AOC was not able to name the three branches of the government. She said the executive, the Congress, and the Senate.
Great job, man.
No. Civics is important. Oh yeah. My rambling, I got off topic. High school's big goal is to fucking prepare you for college? No, it shouldn't be. College is not a necessity. In fact, college is more and more costly and less useful as years go on. I know, but how many degree in theater? Yep. I also have one in sociology. That's an associate's. Another associate's in history. And woo. And I got those, all three of them, because I legitimately enjoyed what I was learning. And they were covered. Two of them were covered under the GI Bill. Another one was covered under Pell Grants. But people would generally be better suited to go to a trade school I mean, if it's just about getting paid, right? Go to a trade school and you can get a great job for great pay. And not start out in debt. And not every trade school is welding and plumbing and whatnot. Although, welding is pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of plumbing, but that's because I don't like having wet work boots. But accountant, being a counselor, drug counselor, that's it's a good one. And you can do that by starting out in seminary. I mean, there are so many options that you have. And college is a great option if you're going there to learn something, or you're going there for a career. But going there to discover yourself, when you look at the cost of college in the 70s, going there to discover yourself, yeah, alright, maybe you have the money or you have the ability, yeah, it's an extension of school. Yeah, higher learning. But the price has just been going up and up and up. And schools are pushing college more and more and more. The graduation rate is going down. I used to, at my bar, I had 2 employees with bachelor degrees. I had one with a master's degree in music, but master's degree nonetheless. And bartending just paid better than teaching school. I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm just saying you should have a reason to go there. I would much prefer our high schools had the goal of creating good, useful, capable citizens. And I don't mean duplicitors. I mean citizens. People who are able to function in life. Who know how to vote. Who know what the branches of the government are. Who know how to file a police report. When can you call the police? Reasonably. Right?
Enemies looking right at us. Target locked. Radio man is dead.
Whew. First death. Been streaming about an hour. I would just really like to see the goal of schools being educate and prepare for the real world. This little girl, this young lady, who appears to be passionate and very considerate and very motivated and wants to help minorities and, stand up against oppression. Sounds like a lovely young lady. Sounds like she's a very sensitive, sweet person. Having a panic attack because she's being detained by the police. And those around her shouting about, one of them said something about the fascist cop won't let her have her dialysis. You don't know what dialysis is. And someone else saying that her blood sugar was low and she needed her insulin. No, you'll kill someone that way. Like, you get these sovereign citizens that are like, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. What are you driving on? Highway built by the government. In order to drive on this road, you must have a license. Sorry. Now, do I agree that if you're on a lawnmower in your front yard, that you can get a DUI? I think that's bullshit. I think it's my property, and I don't think I'm bothering anybody or hurting anyone, so fuck you. Go away. I think the government has the right to tax us reasonably. And they have the right to protect us from others and protect others from us. And if the government is going to maintain the roads, then the government owns those roads. And they can determine who drives on those roads. That's reasonable. Now, sovereign citizens, are they wrong in their beliefs? Yes. Now, should you be able to? I believe that's not a stupid idea. I think that's something that should be discussed with the proper people. But just telling a cop, yeah, I don't have to show you my ID. You're driving a car. Yeah, you do. Now, you're just walking around holding a fucking gun. Open carry. I believe in open carry. But you get these assholes. Right? Now, you're walking down the street with an AR-15 or an AK. Right? You are walking down the street carrying a weapon. Okay? You have that right. You should have that right. And someone gets nervous and they call the cops. Alright. And cops come rolling up. And they're like, hey, brother, how you doing?
All our artillery has been destroyed.
Let them know. Oh, I'm doing alright. I'm doing good.
We lost a friendly vehicle.
What appears to be the problem? Is there a problem?
The enemy is taking the base.
People are nervous because you're walking around here with a gun. Oh. Well, I'm not dangerous and I'm not committing any crimes. I like guns. And I'm allowed to have them. Okay. And the officer's like, well, may I, see some ID? The proper response is, fuck you, Popo, I ain't giving you nothing. You have no right to ask me. Come on.
They've spotted us.
Let's be reasonable.
Look out, enemy spotted.
I'm just making this one last.
Enemies. She's loaded. We didn't penetrate their armor. Touch the hole in their armor. We've got enemies in the base. Unlocking target.
Dead. Wait, shit. Man. Lasted a lot longer than I thought. You don't say. But yeah, you're just causing grief. Don't give up your rights, but don't unnecessarily antagonize. I mean, come on. The second to last time I was arrested, this was Clark County. So all the information I'm giving, I'm not going to say state or anything. And you're an idiot. So, I get pulled over for doing 4 miles over the speed limit. Yeah. Yep. And it was iffy at best. You know, it's like speed limit's 50, and then it drops to 40, and then it drops to 30, you know, as you progress. Well, you're there right at the fucking line to go, oh, when you crossed the sign, you were doing, right, it was one of those numbers. It's like, okay. 5, under 5, you can get a ticket, but there's no points on your license. Oh, by the way, they don't take points off your license, they put points on your license in the US. Well, he's like, you, where have you been? Well, I'm on like a 4-hour trip, so I'm just passing through. Well, you look suspicious. You look like someone who committed a crime that we're actively looking for. Now, my hair was down between my nipples and belly button at the time. I didn't have the beard. I had the Cavalier. It was a mustache, then the single stripe, like a French Cavalier. Fuck you. It was cool. outside though. Okay.
All right, man. We've got enemies
Can we
in the
look in
area.
your trunk?
We either have to take them all out or capture their base. Let's roll.
Yeah. Sure. I got nothing to hide. Just do me the favor, if you go through my trunk, go ahead and put everything back in. He goes, and he's like, well, no, I need you to open it. Oh. Alright. And by this time, 2 other cop cars have come up. Alright, now there's 3 cop cars, 2 behind my car and 1 across the street. Well, okay, these guys must be bored. And I walk around to the back of the car to where the trunk is. And this fucker puts his hand on the back of my head and slams my face into the fucking trunk. Puts my arms behind my fucking back and cuffs me. Like, what the fuck? And then grabs my ankles and jerks them out from under me and fucking I'm face first on the fucking road. Then they grab me, toss me in the car, and as soon as he cuffs me, the piece of shit across the street on his loudspeaker starts playing bad boys, what you gonna do? Yeah. And that's some straight fucking bullshit. That's a violation of several fucking rights. Now, I could have tried to fight the guy, and I'd be dead. My word against the officers. Officer kept his job. Nothing happened to him. Sucked. I got an apology from the chief of police and from the judge, Judge Brown. Female Brown. But they, that's because they refused to release the dash cam footage. Shit was wrong. Cops were in the wrong. Cops are often in the wrong. But a good civics class would prepare young people for the grown-up world, where they would know their rights. They would know what they can and can't do. I'm a big fan of please and thank you. I believe. Sorry. My gay belt. I got it because it's a rainbow, you know. I'm a big fan of please and thank you. Yes sir, no sir. Manners. Now I'm an asshole. But I'm aware that being able to speak with manners and be polite and knowing how to communicate is a useful tool. Yeah, I'm really digging the thoughts on models.
They've spotted us. One of our vehicles destroyed.
Now, while I was thinking about collecting vinyl records, yeah, but that just seems like going out and buying stuff.
Enemy exposed. Enemy's got us in their sight.
Oh,
Hold on. That one drilled straight through.
oh man.
Back up. Let's go. All allied artillery has been
Ooh, that fucker put a hurting on me. Alright, well, I believe this stream has gone on for a bit, and I would like to use the latrine. But thank you for hanging out while I play a video game. Thank you.